Hey guys, just a quick note on today. Today is April 1st, so if you're watching this in the future, just know I'm talking about April 1st, 2020. But one of the things that's happening today is not April's Fool's Day for investors. In a lot of areas of the country, there has been a moratorium placed on going through the eviction process. So in my state, for instance, we have a 90-day moratorium on evictions. And so what that's giving some renters the idea is that they don't have to pay rent, especially how the media is portraying it. That's not what it means. That just means that they're not going to be evicted if they don't pay rent, but they still owe the rent. So what's happening across the country in a lot of cities, states, counties, municipalities is that these moratoriums have been put in place. And investors today, April 1st, are super nervous. It's going to happen again May 1st. It'll happen again June 1st as people consider whether they're going to make their payment, whether they're going to make a partial payment. The blowback from that is that investors that have these properties still have to make their mortgage payments. And so investors are going to fall into one of two camps. They're either going to be someone that says, this is an opportunity to go out and buy more rental properties because there's going to be a group of people that want to sell their properties. That's one group. So you're going to have I might call them the opportunist. They are ready, willing, and able to buy things because they recognize that other people will be selling, and maybe sometimes at a discount. And then the flip side is you're going to have people that can't afford to float these mortgage payments, that need liquidity, so they're going to be selling their units. Now, there is a way for us to help our investor clients, and that's by recommending, as I've already talked about a couple of times, is having them reach out to their lenders to talk about forbearance. Forbearance just means that the lender might work with them on interest-only payments or work with them on skipping payments. But there's a difference between a forbearance, as my lending friends have pointed out to me, and a loan modification. So forbearance just means we're going to push your payments out or maybe give you interest-only payments, but you still owe that amount of money, and it can come due maybe after the 90 days of forbearance, the grace period they've given you. And so it may be wise to instead look at a loan modification. Loan modification means we're going to restructure your entire note and maybe move payments to the end of the loan, or restructure it in some way that allows you not to have a surprise of, well, we put these payments off, but now they're all due, 3 months later, because your tenants are not going to write you a big check. They're going to create some payment plan, or you're going to be forced to evict them at some point. Now, not all tenants are going to not pay their rent. We know that. But there's going to be a group that don't. And so this is maybe the best time we've seen in decades for you to reach out and talk to investors. Now, at The Path, at eRealEstateCoach, we're providing lots of scripting for this. You have the tools, if you're in our Path coaching platform, to go out and reach out and talk to these people. But I just highly recommend that you make some calls today to investors. You reach out to people that you already know that own rental units and just start having the conversation about how they're feeling about the moratorium, and research it in your state. Know what's happening in your state, your county, your city, your municipality, and have those intelligent conversations. Just ask them about what their plans are if their renters don't make payments. Would they consider buying more units? Would they consider selling units right now? And just let them know you're a resource for them. You're here to help. They're here to take them through that process and help them in any way possible. Talk about forbearance, talk about modification. So a couple ideas for you this morning. It's really important to reach out to your clients and continue reaching out through this entire crisis. Have a great day and good selling.